joining me today is Shannon Walsh, who has seen these transformations up close and personal. And Shannon Walsh is our sales manager. Shannon, welcome to this podcast.
Thanks, Prem. Always pleasure. Excited to share today some real stories from the field and hopefully go beyond the buzzwords.
Right. So, Shannon, let's kick things off with a story from the high seas. We are talking about a luxury yacht manufacturer known globally for their precision engineering, impeccable craftsmanship, and cutting-edge design. But what was happening behind the scenes wasn't quite smooth sailing, right?
Definitely was not smooth sailing. We got engaged with this yacht sales and services company that, like you said, also manufacturer. And then, during our early conversations, it looked like a well-oiled machine, sailing on the high seas. But internally, they were managing a tangled web of, five or six different legacy systems, from finance, supply chain, service jobs were tracked on spreadsheets. There was no integration, so every department ran almost like a separate company, and which was really challenging for an upper market,
Mhm.
emerging enterprise organization.
I see, I see. So that must have made even the basic tasks like, the intercompany transaction or expense reports a headache for them.
Like, you know, everything was manual, um, especially across currencies because they were, multi currencies. Imagine trying to consolidate financials from different continents, while dealing with exchange rate fluctuations and job costings, all in Excel. So that was the, Excel being, shared amongst, multiple individuals. So it was the opposite of efficient, and it was very risky.
Right. And not scalable at all, especially when the demand is growing.
Yeah, I mean, we're coming out of COVID. The market is picking up. Their products, these luxury yachts, surprisingly in very high demand,
Hmm.
and they were hitting a wall, right? And they needed to have one platform that could do things that are becoming very common around automating scale and giving them that real-time visibility. So not just into financials, but into service jobs, labor costing, parts, inventory, you name it.
Right. And we our team basically implemented Dynamics 365 Business Central in that organization,
That's
correct?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. BC was implemented. Our team got engaged. We brought it all under one roof, right from financials, operations. Worked with a very well-known ISV, which was Continia for expense management.
Mm-hmm.
So it was full stack Microsoft, and the client was very happy that they had one solution for all their functional requirements.
Right. Also, Shannon, can you share something, about the outcomes of this project? How it was beneficial for the customer? What benefits did the solution
Yeah,
to the customer?
yeah. I mean, first, I mean the real-time dashboards. They replaced all of those, spreadsheets that were
Yeah.
floating around the organizations. Um, Found that those errors that were very prone with that amount of collaboration with Excel had dropped. Um, Things like approvals and intercompany transactions were automated. That was huge. And now they close their books faster. They manage yachts globally, and their teams, finally speak the same digital language. So they're all kind of, you know, rowing in the same direction.
That's fantastic. It's incredible to see,
Yeah.
how the right platform can unlock efficiency and scalability for such a complex business. So, Sharon, now let's discuss about another case study where uh, it's about a non-profit organization. in Africa. So basically, they are empowering community health workers to reach undeserved populations. But they too had a big operational challenge, right?
Yeah, and you mentioned Africa. I mean, Brightpoint is a global Microsoft partner.
Right.
We work with many nonprofits here in North America, but also having offices and presence in Africa, we feel that we've been able to service the nonprofit sector in that part of the world. So everyone nonprofits are doing mission critical work, like
Yeah.
things like delivering health education, diagnosis, just basic treatment to thousands of individuals. But behind the scenes, like this organization, Africa, they were drowning in multiple disconnected systems.
Mhm. And Shannon, in a non-profit environment where accountability and donor trust are everything, this can be a dangerous situation to be in.
Yeah, absolutely, right. So you nailed it. So disjointed procurement systems, those delays on the supply side, inconsistent inventory records, manual financial reporting. I mean, this is slowing down and taking away, where the time and attention should be dedicated towards, which is care, right? So, and worse, it puts donor compliance at risk. So, um, they couldn't see how funds were being spent in real time. Um, Supply chain issues meant critical medicines, for example, and kits weren't always where they needed to be. So very challenging stuff, right?
Right. And that affects lives on the ground as well.
Yeah, it really does, right? So which is why the leadership knew they needed more than just software, right? They needed we can describe it as a digital backbone.
Right. Right. So what did the transformation look like, Shannon? Which solution?
Well, Brightpoint, we implemented Microsoft Dynamics 365 finance and operations end to end, right from financials to procurement to HR, donor engagement, very important, inventory management, grant management. So dashboards for performance tracking. So everything was integrated. Everything was traceable. That's what we were able to solve.
Right. And what were some of the, aha moments post go live?
Moments, tons, right? So thinking back, so one standout, donor reports that used to take weeks are now automated and ready in seconds. Um, And with real-time visibility into stock levels, they were able to eliminate critical stockouts, and that was a huge win for operations and for the communities that they serve.
Right. Wow. So digital transformation really amplified their mission.
Yeah, big time. And more importantly, it made their impact more sustainable, and that's the power of data-driven decision making.
Right. Right. So Shannon, what do both these success stories from yours to community health have in common?
Yeah, I mean the broad, right? I mean, we're talking about luxury yachts on one hand, and we're talking about nonprofits, healthcare in Africa. So first, the need to break down silos, right? So whether you're, for the first example, whether you're building a yacht or saving lives, disconnected systems cost time, money, and impact. Um, Second, getting that executive buy-in. So both organizations, they had the seasoned leadership there that were willing to commit to long-term change because unless you have executive buy-in, it's very difficult to drive change and inspire the group, right?
Right.
And third, um, I mean, it's so critical, in choosing the right partner. And I know that we're biased, but we brought not just the technical expertise, but the industry insights, the training support, the collaborative approach that made these implementations smooth and successful. And we were able to do this combination of on-site resources and remote, which very very complementary, and that was the model that um, the clients had as well too. We needed to collaborate with them not only on site but also with their remote operations. So having a partner that can work in that type of framework was very very important for both these organizations.
So, Shannon, finally, user adoption. Technology only works if people use it, right?
Correct. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Um, so make sure the training is always front and center, right? So
Yeah,
when users see how tech makes their lives easier, they embrace it. So, change is slowly, but that's absolutely required.
absolutely. I totally agree. And Shannon, this was such an enlightening conversation. Two industries, two very different missions, but one unifying message. Digital transformation is not about software or ERP, it is about unlocking the potential. And Shannon, once again, thank you for sharing these powerful digital transformation stories. And to our listeners, if you're navigating digital change in your organization, remember it is just not about fixing what's broken, it's about building for the future.
Hey, Prem, again, always pleasure, and hopefully this was interesting to the audience. Two very different, organizations, and yeah, I mean, if it feels overwhelming to start with your process, just start with one process, one pain point. The first step can create a ripple effect of innovation. So, got to start.
Absolutely. That's a perfect note to end, Shannon. And once again, to our listeners, if you want to reach out to us to know more about the digital transformation stories, you can reach out to us at info@brightpointinfotech.com, or also visit our website www.brightpointinfotech.com. And until next time, this is Premjit Singh and Shannon Walsh signing off. Thank you, Shannon.
Thank you.
Thanks.